I'm Zack Boothe, and I am so confident in what I teach my students that I've flown from Utah to Florida so I don't have my normal connections. I'm going to take $1,000 and turn it into $40,000 in 40 days, doing exactly what I teach my students. I'm going to have a film crew follow me around, and I'm going to show you guys and give you an over-the-shoulder look at exactly what it takes to get started from scratch in real estate investing with just $1,000 and make a ton of money in just a short amount of time. I hope you guys enjoy this journey and follow along. Alrighty, well, let's do the intro of the day. Come on over here, guys. So it is day 11. No, not 11, 21. I missed 10 days there. I've got some wonderful students. You guys want to introduce yourselves?
Hey, Zach, and everyone, I'm Lisa.
Lisa.
I'm David.
David. Awesome. Well, they are here. Do you live here in Florida?
Yes, I do.
And you're her son?
Yes.
Okay. And then you're living in Utah?
Yes.
Where are you wholesaling?
I'm wholesaling in Fort Myers.
Fort Myers?
Yes.
Okay. That was the decision on where you guys ended up doing your wholesaling business?
Absolutely, yes.
Gotcha.
We have a great coach who advised us.
Well, fantastic. It's been fun. I'm excited to have them here today. They're going to follow along with us. We're going to actually do a ton of cold calling today, a whole bunch more of how we started the day. But we have a few admin things we need to go in and get a few things worked out with the title company on some of the deals we're working. But anyways, I hope you guys are excited for day 21 because I'm super excited. We're going to make some deals happen today. I'm excited. It's a little out of the blue, I know. I was just wondering if you thought of selling or if you'd consider an offer on it.
No, I get 30 asks every week between texts, phone calls, people knocking on my doors. I don't know how to stop it, but no, I don't.
Okay. Well, you don't happen to have any others you'd like to sell at this time, do you?
Nope, I have other properties, but I don't want to sell anything I have.
Fair enough. Have a blessed day. Thanks for taking my call.
You
Yeah, my name's Zach. It's completely out of the blue, I know. I was just wondering if you thought of selling or if you'd consider an offer on it.
Oh, no. She doesn't want to sell. She rents it, and she's got a great renter.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you.
So,
Okay.
all right. Bye-bye.
That was a tenant. That was a tenant.
She has a great renter.
No. She does not want to sell because her tenant is amazing. Sounds like Donald Trump. The best ever.
My mom and dad don't want to sell
Yeah.
You're speaking with her?
Oh, great. Yeah, the call's a little out of the blue. I was just wondering if you thought of selling or if you'd consider an offer on it.
No, thank you.
No. Okay. Do you happen to have any others you'd like to sell by chance?
No, thank you.
Okay. Thanks for taking my call. Have a blessed day. Back here. I may have the wrong number. I'm trying to find the owner of 105 48th Street.
You know, you pull this bullshit all the fucking time. The house isn't for sale. Stop forgetting about it. Stop saying...
So you're saying there's a chance.
Sorry, I didn't quite understand. What did you say?
Sorry, I had you muted.
Get him going again. What's up, everybody? So we have had a very, very fun day so far. So we've worked very hard. So this weekend we spent a ton of time driving. We drove all day Sunday so that this week we could stay laser focused on producing leads. I need more leads. I need to get out on appointments. And transitioning from driving a little bit to calling a little bit to driving a little bit, there's a ton of dead time from getting out to the area I want to drive and getting back in, getting set up to cold call and having the camera following me around. So I decided this week we're going to be laser focused, cold calling 8, 10, 15 hours a day, honestly, stopping just for food and restroom. And so I have some students with me today. They got to sit in for a few hours of cold calling, which is probably not the most exciting thing to do and watch, but I wanted to allow them to be able to share some of the takeaways and gold nuggets that they got from sitting in and watching me get yelled at on the phone for a few hours today. So you guys want to share some things you learned?
For sure, yeah. One of the biggest things that I learned was just I didn't have a whole lot of experience with cold calling, so it was good seeing it. But it was also good just to see how, you know, if they're not interested, you're not going to close with them, just move on real quick. And if they are, then then keep those guys and keep working with them. But just separating those two is just the biggest thing. And if somebody's not wanting to sell their house, then just keep moving on and don't bother them anymore.
Yeah.
So.
Could you see that it was like a really obvious, like, hey, this is the tire kicker, this is actually the seller? Because you actually got to see some leads come through.
Yeah.
It's like it's a big difference. And a lot of people think it's, how do I know if they're motivated? Right? And until you hear those conversations, and y'all are probably hearing and seeing these conversations, what it really sounds like when someone does want to sell. So like when I first started, that was my biggest thing that I didn't understand. So that's a huge takeaway. So I was like, well, I don't know, like, how do I know if they really want to sell? How do I know what a motivated seller sounds like? So like being able to sit in and hear that, that's a huge win. So.
No, that was one of my big ones too, Zach, because people say, yes, I want to sell my house. And so you get very excited, and then you're just talking way too much and finding out way too much, and you realize they want a full price offer. So getting to quickly figure out, are they asking for a full price, or are they actually really interested in selling their house quick? I think that was really important, and I think we really have to understand that we need to save time. This time is money, and if we're spending 10, 15 minutes telling a full price buyer what we do, we're not going to get the offer, and we're wasting time.
Right.
So I think that's a really big deal. So yeah, learning to quickly identify whether it's a real lead or not, and then moving on quickly is very important. And then I was able to ask some questions today, and we were really struggling with how to organize data and get it in and out of different apps, like for instance, getting it out of Driving for Dollars into Mojo, and the tips you gave me were great about organizing it into the different lists first, so you know which list you're calling on, and organizing your time during the day by calling the most motivated sellers first, and then kind of leaving those owner-occupieds for maybe the middle of the day. I think that's going to end up being a huge deal.
Love it.
We have had great results first thing in the morning, so you really want to hit those the more interested buyers first, because that's when you're going to get really good results, or even in the evening. So,
Gotcha.
So those were awesome.
Yeah, so you guys can take advantage of that little gold nugget that I shared here today. Is I call, so I'm only calling the Driving for Dollars list, the list that I'm going out and creating, right? But I'm breaking that list up to owner-occupieds, absentee owners, corporate-owned, and the really bad houses, or the houses that look like they're vacant. So I have 4 different lists from Driving for Dollars. I call the really bad houses and the absentee owners at peak cold calling times, when I get the highest answer rate, which is from about 8 to 8:30 in the morning to about 11 o'clock in the afternoon. Then till about 4 to 5 o'clock in the afternoon is when I do the owner-occupied list. It's my biggest list. And then I go back to the absentee, corporate, and the really bad houses in the evening. So that's kind of what the structure's been today. Just staying consistent to that.
Yeah, it's been great. Thank you,
Those are
Zach.
good gold nuggets. So thanks for sharing. Thanks for being here. Thanks for driving out and spending time with me. Oh, it's been fun.
Yeah,
It's been good.
thanks
Cool.
so much.
Awesome. Hey, beautiful people. Just got a super solid lead, but my cameraman was sleeping on the job. He's like, I'm gonna punch him. No, I'm just kidding. He's doing a fantastic job. I was like, just turn off the camera. We've done enough cold calling today. But I wanted to just mention, like, this seller, super motivated, doesn't want to list it. It needs a ton of work, she said. She can't really afford to keep up on it, on the property. And it needs a lot of work from the sounds of things. And she's not quite ready to sell. She wants to make sure COVID's not as much of an issue, because she wants to move up north close to her sister. But she wants to sell it to an investor as is. She's been holding on to postcards, and she said to follow up. And so it's so important for me to follow up and build a relationship once a month at least. But anyways, that's a super solid lead. I feel very excited that that's going to turn into a deal. You know, if you're willing to sit down and work and make this happen, there's leads. Is it competitive? Sure, it's competitive, right? She had multiple postcards from multiple different companies, and she knew which companies were which. And but the thing is the person that is willing to talk to these people and build those relationships and figure out what she needs and what her wants are, and work with those people, those are usually the investors that get the deals. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 total leads, and counting the 5 I have under contract, that very likely will turn into contracts within the time frame that I'm here. And that doesn't count all the ones I've passed to Brendan, my student here. So there's a ton of opportunity, guys. Like this is amazing stuff. It really is. It's I remember when I first learned about this stuff, it seemed too good to be true. When I really started looking at it, I realized it was a lot of work, and it wasn't easy and like a quick, fast way without sacrifice, without hard work. If you want something amazing, you're going to have to give an amazing amount of effort. So I hope you guys are enjoying this content. I've been having a lot of fun. Like it's been fun to be like in the trenches cold calling and going on appointments and like in the grind, and not just coaching and advising other people to do it, and like training and managing and coaching my team and building my team, which I absolutely love, by the way. And it's very, very fun and freeing to not have to be in this grind. You know, ultimately, I think that's where everyone would like to get to, so they have the time freedom. They don't have to do this every day to pay the bills. But it's been really fun and really exciting to be here again. I'm like, yes, solid lead, you know, and just get super, super excited and get those major endorphins from those small wins and then those big wins of getting those contracts and selling the contracts. So anyways, hope you guys are enjoying the content. It's going to be a few days of cold calling, just in the grind, cold calling, finding those leads. It's what we got to do sometimes.
I would be glad to put you in touch with her.
Fantastic. Well, I appreciate that. I'll be in touch. Okay.
Sounds great.
All right. Thanks, Fern. Talk to you soon.
Good to see you. Bye.
All right. Bye-bye. Hey guys, so that was a mortgage broker, Fern. She's fantastic. She's out of Orlando. She's a sweetie. And she's very bright, very intelligent, and very experienced real estate broker. And I love that she has experience investing. She has experience working with creative investors, right? People that do wholesale, buy and hold, seller finance, lease option. She understands the business. And so one of the things that's really important if you want to have long-term success in this business is the right connections, the right relationships. You know, being able to have a conversation. And she wants me to succeed because the more I succeed, the more deals that may come her way as well, right? Real estate is very interdependent. The success is interdependent. So if I'm more successful, the people that surround me and help me are more successful, and vice versa. And so she's hopefully going to connect me with a buyer for that property. And that's the thing. I'm struggling to find a buyer for that property out in the middle of nowhere just because I don't have any buyers pre-built. I didn't trade buyers lists with wholesalers out in that area. I didn't expect to do any marketing out there, which I didn't. It just happened to come to me from someone that had some rentals close to me here, but didn't want to sell those, but it wanted to sell the ones that are further away from him because it was inconvenient. So that's what I'm dealing with. I got to send her an email, and I have been cold calling for almost 7 hours today. I've been doing like stretches and squats and doing all sorts of fun stuff to try and keep my sanity. But sometimes that's what it takes. We've gotten 2 solid leads today, though. Totally worth it. Hey guys, super happy. Very efficient day today. Love having students with me. I think they were a little set back by how fast I go through numbers, and if someone's somewhat rude or somewhat belligerent, I'm just hanging up on them, right? Like, no shame. It's on to the next one. They're not interested. I don't get emotional about it. Well, I do get emotional about it. Sometimes I yell back. But anyways, we keep moving forward, right? We keep pushing through. So I think that was a little surprising to them. But it's really fun to have my students that actually get to be here with me. And we spent some serious time. I spent just shy of 8 hours calling consistently. I called almost 1,000 phone numbers today with that dialing system. Crazy. We got 5 super solid leads. I would be surprised if any of them turn into contracts while I'm here. One of them's in probate. It's been in litigation for a year. They want to sell to an investor. One of them was most recent. It might be a good one. The tenants are moving out Saturday. She said to call in a couple weeks. So that one might be a deal, but I have 3 weeks left of the challenge, so that's going to be tough. But I 5 super solid leads in 1 day of calling. I spent a bunch of time talking to students today as well, so I didn't get as many hours in as I wanted to, but it was very efficient. And I've got enough phone numbers added there because I drove all day long Sunday that I have a ton of numbers in here that I can call through 8 hours to 10 hours every single day, all week long. I may do a little bit of driving on Sunday again. But I'm pretty excited. I'm excited to have a big, fat, juicy list to call and to stay super efficient all day long on the dialer. It's not the most exciting thing. You know, you got to do things to keep yourself entertained. I got these dual monitors so I can be doing emails and responding and dealing with day-to-day tasks in my business. Did a bunch of squats. I did whatever I had to like keep my brain going and staying positive and staying energetic on the phone. But this is the end of day 21 of the 40 Grand Challenge. We are on the downhill stretch, and had a great conversation with my wife early this morning. I had a horrible dream. Like, being away from my family's caused a lot of emotional distress and like frustration, and having a conversation with her this morning and having her love and support just means the world to me. Babe, if you're watching this, you know how much I love you. But we got Disney tickets. We're going to Disney, guys. Never been to Disney. You believe I've never been to Disney? How sad, right? So we're going to Disney. We're going to take the kids to Disney the week after this challenge ends, and going to go have some fun. So we're really excited for that. So that was a win for today, signing up Disney. And one of the things that I'm going to do to end my day, it's about 8 o'clock at night, but my onboarding coach told me we signed up a new student, Robert. So I'm actually going to give him a call as soon as we end this video here and introduce myself and get to know him real quick. And excited to be coaching Robert. So with that being said, if you guys want to apply to become a student, you have to go to my website, fill out the application, and schedule a time to talk to my onboarding team to make sure we're a fit, right? I don't take everyone, and I do take a limited amount of students. So if you want to apply for that, you have to go to my website at dfdmastery.com and click on apply and go through the steps. So anyways, have a wonderful night. We'll see you on day 22. I hope you guys learned a ton. I hope you guys took away a lot and learned a lot. Make sure you leave me a comment, because my favorite comment will be entered to win access to my mastery programs. You don't have to pay for it, right? So that is access to me as a coach, access to my content, and all of my step-by-step tutorials to make implementing what I'm doing here very systemized and very fast and efficient for you. Anyways, God bless. See ya tomorrow.